Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to look at 500.5 vulnerability management. So the first part is talking about conducting a risk assessment and designing your security program that addresses vulnerability management based on the results of the risk assessment. And you also have to have policies and procedures in how you manage these vulnerabilities. So Reg500 requires you to conduct, at a minimum, penetration testing and automated scans. So we defined what penetration testing is in another video, but basically you need to conduct an annual penetration testing of your information systems from both inside and outside your information system's boundaries. And these testing should be conducted by qualified internal or external individuals. So what that means is that if you don't have a dedicated team within your information security department, you can hire an external party to conduct a penetration testing for you. And when you hire an external party, everything should be documented. You have to make sure that they are aware of the scope of what they are allowed to test. And the results should also be documented and should be retained according to your data retention policy. And if there are findings from the penetration testing, your organization needs to act on those findings depending on the level of the risk they pose. So again, include those in the policy. And if you have, of course, internal resources that can perform security testing of your systems and your applications, then that will be great, because testing the security of your information systems on a more frequent basis is definitely better. And the next is performing automated scans of information systems. And if some systems are not covered by automated scans, then you need to manually review those systems for vulnerabilities. Again, this needs to be included in your policies and procedures. So having a vulnerability scanner, for example, Tenable, that you can use to perform automated scans of the systems and the perimeters, of course, that is great. So again, vulnerabilities will be the weaknesses in your systems, so that is internal. You need to make sure that the security personnel are aware of those vulnerabilities so that they can address them, fix them, or patch them. And having a scanner will help to immediately or promptly inform your security professionals of such vulnerabilities so that they can immediately remediate them based on the risks they pose. And then you can also subscribe to vulnerability alerts from CISA. And another good resource for being informed of vulnerabilities or those that are being exploited out in the wild would be the CVSS. So if you can just Google the CVSS, it will bring you to the website. They list security vulnerabilities, and you can do research on those vulnerabilities to see if they impact your environment so that you can act accordingly. And by the way, when I say you, I'm just assuming that you're going to be part of that security professionals in your organization that is also dealing with those things. But basically, as a security GRC professional, you just need to make sure that those things are done by the other information security professionals who are actually in charge of those. So I'm sorry for the confusion, but I hope I clarified that one. So yeah, that is all for now, and I will see you in the next one.